Why discipline can change in 7 days, even if you failed before. I'm about to tell you exactly why. This is your brain. These are all of the different inputs. Hey, I'm a fantastic drawer, one of the best drawers in the world. You know what I'm saying? But don't criticize my drawing in the comments, but this is why you could change even if you failed before. I'm about to explain exactly to you why. Firstly, I want you to understand that you've been lied to, right? Whatever method they taught you, they didn't teach you exactly what to do, because they keep telling you to change effect with effect, and they don't know the mind control secrets that I know. So, why discipline can change in 7 days? This will remove all doubt from you. This will give you some hope, and I'm going to use logic to do the lifting. We're first going to talk about discipline is trained, right? But they talk about external discipline. They don't talk about this discipline. They don't talk about this type of discipline. They don't talk about mind discipline. They only talk about external discipline. Them. So they tell you, you should start to eat this certain food. Eat this certain food for 7 days and then this. Eat this for 7 days and then this. Oh, it'll bring you the results you want. You go through it, or whatever you went through previously. It's external. Now, if that is external, then that is called an effect. So they're teaching you how to change external with external, or effect with effect, right? But here's what they did not tell you: how to discipline the mind, how to take control of the mind. Most of you should go back. I've made a previous video. It said the first step to absolute mental control. If you have not seen that, you need to watch that, because this is a part of that, right? Because they keep telling you to change effect with effect. But mind discipline consists of components of being able to control yourself and mind. And when you control yourself and your mind, discipline externally becomes easy. Because the step that I gave, the exercise in the other video, you should go get that. And we always use that exercise because that's the first step. They don't teach you that first step. They don't tell you to secure physical control over your body, right? Even though it's at the end of the video, the select few ones who actually want to change, they will go to the end of the video and get the exercise. Self and mind will allow you the right amount of discipline. Your mind has to be disciplined first, and then your environment will become disciplined. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's why it talks about that, right? So mind discipline, self-discipline comes from the mind. You have to understand that. And once you understand that your mind must first become disciplined, that leads you to understanding that habits can change quickly. Why? We're about to break that down. Because habits are an effect. And how do we change an effect? By changing the cause. There's hope for you, right? You change the cause. Now, what is the cause of the habit? The cause is the thoughts or predominant mental attitude. So the cause is your thoughts or your predominant mental attitude, or your patterns. You can call it patterns, right? So what happens is your thoughts and your predominant mental attitude are the cause of the habits, and the habits bring about an effect. And some of the effects is the discordant effects that happens: anxiety, laziness, depression, laziness, stress, worry, lack, limitation. Everything in life is just a symptom, but it's all a symptom of the root cause. I've done all of my research, all of my studying. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I've seen it happen in people. I've seen it happen in myself. I see myself bring myself from sickness to health. I don't even get sick anymore. All because I changed the way that I think. I think like this now. If you understand this, I guarantee you will become impervious. Habits can change quickly, which is why I said 7 days. 7 days. You could change in 7 days because of this process. Understanding that the thoughts bring about patterns. When you think the same things over and over, then it creates a habit. And then it creates an effect. And the effects of which most of you are falling into is all of this of garbage, right? And all of these garbage effects can be fixed by fixing the cause. So what do? I'm about to tell you. For 7 days, commit to feeding your mind things that you usually wouldn't feed it, right? Start to listen to stuff that tell you not to do the bad habits. I want you to understand programming just quick. You have to understand programming. Because our environment, don't click off yet. We're getting to the solution. Our environment is programming our minds. Environment. This is not just people around you. That's where I want you to understand. It's not just people around you. It's the TV. It's the whatever else y'all watch. The TikTok, the porn, the Instagram, the YouTube, brain rot. We're going to put brain rot because content like this is helping you. It's telling you to stop doing the garbage. So the TV, the TikTok, the Pornhub, the Instagram, the brain rot, all of the mindless scrolling that don't help you, it's all going inside of your mind and it affects your thinking. And if it affects your thinking, there's some type of trigger that triggers you back into the habits that you don't want to do or the disciplines that you don't want to do, right? So if you're trying to get disciplined, they didn't tell you all of this. I know they did because they lack the pizzazz. They like the pizzazz, right? And I talked about on the Take It Absolute Complete Control, I talked about pizzazz, and I talked about the fact that the conscious mind and the subconscious mind is connected through the cerebrospinal system and the sympathetic system of nerves, which is why what you hear and what you think starts to become action automatically. So this is how some people can listen to the same thing over and over and over and over and end up taking a great action. So why am I saying this? For 7 days, commit to listening to things that will compel you to take further action. For 7 days, commit. For 7 days. For 7 days, that's all it takes. So here's what I want you to do for these 7 days. For the 7 days, I want you to commit to the free Telegram, which I have. The link is in the description. There's already 78 men going through this process. For 7 days, I want you to commit and listen to something that's telling you to free your mind, which is me. You receive value from me every single day. Every day. And perhaps even if you stay past 7 days, you still will receive value from me. So this is a free value exchange. I'm giving you value in order for you to give me value. It's a value exchange. That is how the world works. Friendships work that same way. Businesses work that same way. Business partners, they have to give each other value. You have to exchange something. You can't give and not receive anything, right? Or you can't receive something and not give back, right? So there have to be a value exchange. The free Telegram, 7 days, 78 men already going through this process. What we're trying to do is commit you to listening to something that will reprogram your brain. I give daily loops. I give daily insights as to things about the mind, right? I just told you, right, that change is possible. So what this will do, the 7 day thing, it will remove the belief that change So in this free Telegram, it will remove the belief that change can't happen or that it's slow, because that's what the world say. The world say change is slow. A change, in fact, happened in 7 days. I can guarantee you that. Look at the creation process in Genesis. The book of Genesis, in the Quran and in the Bible. The book of Genesis, 7 days. That's all it took. Easy. Because if you can control your mind, you can control everything else. So they don't teach you the mind part. They just tell you, oh yeah, commit to this for 7 days, but they don't teach you about your mind. They don't teach you how to think. I teach you how to think. I literally free insight straight to your phone. So this will remove the change. This will remove the doubt that change can happen, which it can. It can happen overnight, because that's how the world works. So I'm about to guarantee you this by explaining to you, reality will bring you change. Through how? The law of growth. Growth is natural in all evidence, in all plants, in all nature. If you take a seed and you plant it outside into the yard, it will grow. It will grow invisible. So all growth is invisible. Why is this important? Because things will happen and shift in the unseen. As soon as you join, you start to receive daily hits to your phone, shaping your mind in the morning, changing the way that you think. Because what we say, habits come from what? How you think, your thought patterns. So if some of your thought patterns is, first I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna look at my phone and go to TikTok and then this and that. Imagine that reversed. Imagine you now waking up, seeing a message from me saying, don't scroll TikTok today. Instead, do this. Instead, focus on yourself today. Instead, go and hit some push-ups today. Instead, imagine that instead of the normal route. Now, do you see how the invisible change will work? By changing your thought patterns. So all growth is unseen. So when it comes to men, the way that we even managed to grow in the first place was the law of growth. So it's not me that will bring you results. It's the law of growth that is placed intact. You have to grow if you're listening to the right things, if you're trying hard, if you're dedicating yourself, if you're truly paying attention to the things that I'm telling you, if you dedicate yourself, if you wake up and you read those messages, I can guarantee you in 7 days you will change. Your mind will transform. Because I told you, it's not me that's doing the work. It's the law of growth. So commit yourself. And this is how I would know if you're committed. There's a free link in the Telegram. The free link in the description is Telegram, t.me/Preem Operations. There's 78 men there. I can see every man that joined. And every man that joined is now a part of the brotherhood. You're no longer an outsider, you're an insider. And you will be able to use the terms that we use. This is how you know if you're an insider. If you use pizzazz, if you use pertinence, and you use preem. This is how you will know if you're an insider. If you're an outsider, stay where you're at. The insiders will use pizzazz, pertinence, and preem. So when people see preem, they're like, oh, he's the king of pizzazz. Of course, yes. And everybody in the inside knows that. I'm the king of pizzazz. I walk around with all the pizzazz in the world. And I'm teaching this back because the pizzazz will make you a competent individual on every plane of existence, the spiritual, mental, and physical, which is why it's the 3 Ps. And I'm teaching about this in depth. So this is the 3 Ps. I'm teaching about this in this free Telegram, the 3 Ps. Spiritual, mental, and physical. It's the spiritual pizzazz. You have mental pertinence. And if you have the physical preem, I can guarantee you change can happen in 7 days. Join the free Telegram. I'll see you there. Don't be a coward. I can see who can join. I can see who joined and who don't. Like, comment, subscribe, all of it. But join the free Telegram first.